All right, folks, how we doing? I got let's see here, trying to think here. 21 February 2021. I got about 7:15 in the morning. And I was just thinking, why haven't I made this video earlier? I'm sorry about that, guys. The glare is in my face. This have to always these things have to come in an impromptu time, but I need to relay this message. All right, let me get right into it, okay? I want to talk about these, all this snow out in Texas, okay? Central Texas, let's see, north of that, Oklahoma, parts of Louisiana, all the way out to like Tennessee, okay? It's just battered with snow, okay? Battered with a thick blanket of snow, okay? And, man, this is how the media manipulate you. They talk about these high profile deaths like Nicki Minaj and, Young Jeezy. The All-Star game, make a big deal about that. And just people are just wrapped up into themselves. When I look at Facebook, where we need to be, this needs to be addressed more. It's been addressed by the news, but I think that people in the conscious community need to try to do their part, maybe, in addressing the issues and maybe trying to solve, or trying to think of ways to solve them. So Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, Houston has just gotten battered with snow. There's something like, I believe at one point here, this was, actually this all just happened like Monday, like the 15th. And shame on me for not saying anything earlier. There was like 14 million people with no power. Many of the power has been restored, and it's something down to 4 million. When I checked last night, I was doing research on it early this morning, early. And that they're down to like 4 million people that they still need to supply power to. Now they're having a water issue because of the busted pipes, okay? Like far as in the city sewer and also the water supply, busted pipes in houses, boil advisories and all that. People have to boil water, okay? But where did they get the water from anyway if they can't, tap it out of their sinks? And now they got parasites in the water. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, okay? It's real bad out there. So I think I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that power grid, and also about it's alleged to have fake snow, okay? Those will be another video right there, okay? But I'll say this. I used to be stationed in Texas back in the day, El Paso, and they've had catastrophic incidents before. I can remember when I was out there in 2000, there was a tornado that ripped through Fort Worth. They got hit by a couple of hurricanes out there in Houston and all that, okay? Shout out to my cousin, all right, that does Dr. Detail out there in Houston. I hope you're all right, brother. I think that, he's all right. He said he won't go back out and work again until it's like 65 degrees. Hope you're doing well out there in North Houston there, brother. Yeah, this is bad here, okay? There's people that are dying in their homes. I saw a podcast where this couple had her husband was dying because he couldn't get to the hospital. And I think they got the power cut on just in time to where, her husband, I believe he was on dialysis or something to that effect. And he's fine now. Now, that happened in Denton, Texas. That's about an hour north of Dallas. Austin. It freezes over so bad that it looks like somebody just poured water on top of these houses. It's icicles are just lingering down or whatever. It just looks so weird. And the grid system, and it's fair to say that it's not built for that type of climate. The snow that bad, this never really happened before as far as the snow. They may get snow for like 1 or 2 days, out there in El Paso, it really doesn't snow at all. You know, like you may just get some flurries and it's gone the same day, blows away. I've seen another article about there was this couple and they had a baby or whatever, all right, and they had to leave to go somewhere else or whatever, to like Louisiana, to where their baby can survive, all right. People are living in their cars, they're doing personal hygiene in their cars and all that, all right. We'll have to get back to a second part of this video, all right, because I want to talk about more than what's going on in this segment there, okay. Stay tuned. All right, so yeah, I had to cut that segment off or whatever because I had to do a lift ride and all that. So I'm gonna get back into it. So I think I left off at the power grid. All right, it's just not meant to to withstand a storm like they did in Texas or whatever. Okay, and I'll do some more research once again on that power grid out in Texas and all that, because I guess from what I saw on the news, is sketchy. But let's just talk about the people, okay? They had people that were dying in their own homes. There was something like, I think, 25 people that died from this storm. But this is going to be more than that by the time this all, this thing fizzles out. There's another storm that's on the way right now as we speak, okay? Right when they're trying to get the doggone power grid, back up and running. So that's going to delay things again. Man, it's real bad out there. I mean, just bad as it was when they had Andrew and Hurricane Katrina, respectively. But just, in a winterized form. I just pray for you guys out in Texas or whatever. So I think what we can learn about this is preparedness. Now it's not so much you could do. I can understand that the power grid is not meant to withstand, that blizzard. But maybe, I guess, what we can learn out of this, if you do live out in that region or whatever, the South ain't the South no more. Like, it used to be warm, even in the wintertime. It would get maybe 40, something like that, 45 at the coldest, whatever. Not no more. I mean, even when I was stationed in Georgia back in the day, like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, around that time, it was 5 degrees. I can remember January 2003. I'll never forget it, when we was going to leave to go to Iraq. 5 degrees in Savannah, okay? It get cold out in the South. It's freezing over in Atlanta as we speak, and I believe it froze over a couple of times where the cars got stuck on I-75 or 85, okay? Tennessee, all right, in Nashville, on my mom's side of the family, I have family out there. It's like 0 degrees out there, okay? So I think that what you learn from this, for people that live there and people that are, thinking about moving to the South, I may have to move back out there in a few years to maybe prepare yourself as if you're living up north, okay? Because what's going, I believe, on right now, there is some global changes. I believe the icebergs up there up north of Nova Scotia and those parts, and Antarctic, and there's something going on up there, but they're melting, okay? I don't know if the poles are changing or what, but what it is a lot of that colder temperature is trickling further and further down south. Like back home where I'm from right outside of Norfolk, but the Atlantic coast is receding. That's been receding now for the last probably like 100 years or so, okay? My science teacher told me back in the day when I was, I think I was in 9th or 10th grade, that where they had the beach at back home in Hampton, they had cornfields out there. So periodically they had to bring sand out there to put out, to keep the beach from receding further. So there is changes or whatever. And there is allegations of conspiracies of government design in this, okay? In these storms and all that, hurricanes or whatever, but that's not the video for that. think the thing is not preparedness. You guys may have to out there consider getting yourself like a gas-powered generator. Maybe like heaters. They got little heaters that you can get at Family Dollar. Bottled water. Okay, they've been telling you guys to prepare last year, a year and a half ago. And then on top of that, you have COVID. They're trying to, get people vaccinated and trying to get these cases down. Now, one thing I didn't like was, not saying that it's not important, but there was a person on there. There's people in the hospital, and they're all like, well, we got to get the generators or whatever going so we can save the vaccine vials. And that's all fine and dandy, but what about the people? Okay? So, man, if I could help you guys, I wish I could, but I can't help all you guys. I'm going to try to donate to some charities and stuff like that. So if you guys listen to this, if you can, or if you know somebody that can donate, try to donate whatever you can, blood, water, any type of necessities or whatever. The grocery stores are like empty. Excuse me. So you really can't get food. So it would probably be good, to get like, your little canned goods and white beans and rice and stuff like that. If you guys have been doing that, more power to you. But I think it's one of the things that will make people that live in the South more aware of things. So if you got in, like me, in my my storage space, I have an unbelievable stash of water and beans and all that stuff, canned goods and all that, okay? Like I'm in Las Vegas where we really only get heat and sun, but there may come a time where we can get the storm and, the power is cut out, okay? You never know. So I need to probably prepare myself and keep preparing myself in that sense, okay? I'm going to be moving into a new home, and I may consider getting like a little generator. What else do I think I'll need? Some heaters, that type of stuff, all right? Little stove. Firepower stove or whatever, like you do in the camp, that Coleman stuff though, that camping type stuff. So yeah, first aid kit and all that good stuff. So, man, all I can say is Godspeed out there, guys. I hope that you take care of yourself. To my family and to yours, just be safe and do the best you can, and they'll come out of this thing, maybe I'm thinking 5 days to a week. It's a learning experience, so for all of us. So, it's all about, be prepared, because there's a saying, or in the scriptures, that you never know when that hour will come there, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to leave you with that. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I will touch bases on this, about that power grid. If I didn't, I'm going to reiterate that again. And other topics about this storm out there, particularly in Texas. If you like the video, feel free to subscribe, leave your comments, shares, and I want to try to help out the community in any which way I can. All right, peace and blessings.